for us right now, and OBK is going to be joining me here. How's it going, OBK?
It's going good, Sader. How about yourself? Are you looking forward to this series so far? It's
I
going to be a good one,
am.
I think.
I am. I think it's going to be a good one because there's not a lot to win and not a lot to lose. So I feel like teams are just going to try get that morale going into the next split because NUIG Griffins are sadly out. They can't qualify for playoffs, but this is their chance to kind of show off and show that they are still a good team and they're looking to get into the next split and kind of bring the hope back for NUIG.
Yeah, I mean, from what anyone's been playing, it's been a really good start with a roster that, from some of the players anyway, who've just started the split, it's pretty nice to see that they got so far in their group stage. Because I know in my first split playing Ice, we didn't win a single game. We drew every single game we played, which ended up back. I think it got us no points because draws got you no points originally, but that was how that worked in the old one. But
Yeah, I
right
keep
now to get
forgetting you were
third is
playing in it
great.
last year, weren't you?
I played three times, I think. I played for UCD as a import, and I played for TUD, and then before DIT.
Yeah, but an alumni nearly at this stage. You've been around for a while.
Unfortunately, old man BK99 is here.
Well, I've been casting it for nearly 5 years now, so hold
Oh,
on.
whoa.
Yeah, but as we have
Hold on
another
here.
look back, the bands have been so far very support focused. The Mask of Jelly being heavily focused there, but he is the master player for NUIG, so there's no surprise there that they should be focusing down that end. And then NUI banning Graves and Akali.
Is
Very
that a
very
blank ban,
interesting
by the
ones.
way? Or is...
Yeah, I think it's bugged. It's a Yasuo ban.
Right.
Getting this confirmation there, but Yasuo has been banned, which has been played quite a lot by Raheel. I managed to cast the last time he played, and it was disgusting to say the least. He played
Yeah, the Yoni is
Yasuo,
up for him.
yeah, and the Own was the other one he picked, and he just smashed everyone. It was insane.
It's up.
It is up, but I'm thinking, are they that strong in the preseason?
Well, the Yoni at the moment anyway. I'm not sure about current standings because, more people have played a bit more. But I think a week ago he was sitting on a
Ooh,
43% win rate, which
there it is.
was probably not worth picking right now.
There's the two strongest ADCs currently, Jin and Samir, and a Hecarim being picked up. I've played, so I haven't played much on the champions I like playing because I'm still doing my A to Z challenge. But I did manage to get to Hecarim, and I played him once, got 16 kills, and I'm not allowed to play him again now until I finish every other champion. But Hecarim is incredibly strong. You can still build Triforce, you can still run down the enemy, you can still take Conquer and just be a menace. So really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do with that, especially with Master. They're playing that.
There it is.
Yeah, and there's the own, as you were saying. Yeah, Rahil's second pick. He just plays the two brothers. I think, is that it?
He does. He literally he plays those two, and I believe Akali, and those are his literal his whole champ pool at that stage for his top three.
Yeah, no. So a good start so far for Trinity Warlords. I personally do prefer Samira over Jin. Samira seems to be insane right now. That just the Immortal Shield bow coming in, all that extra healing, and when she gets low, and then she ults, and she just doesn't want to die, which is really irritating for someone that likes to play like assassins and stuff, especially Raheel. Will he be able to get onto that Samira and one shot her? But a Skarner and a Malzahar being picked up, I love preseason. It's back to season one stuff sometimes, the simple stuff. Malzahars, Skarner, wonderful, and Morgana being banned. So now they're turning the tails and banning supports. So that pool is going to be definitely pinched here for the Mask of Jelly. It's going to be an interesting one what he's going to pick up here. What do you think?
See, currently right now, as someone who actually knows the Mask of Jelly, I actually feel right now he's I definitely think he's feeling going off comfort this game at least. Not sure exactly what he's feeling, but I'd love to see something that synergizes well with Samira. Maybe like something along the lines of Leona's ban, but maybe a Pike or just something hyper aggressive. Because taking out the Jin, taking out the Yone, I would like to see something that just does massive amounts of damage and can really upset the Trinity front line.
Nautilus is up as well.
Yeah, it's true. It's another strong pick that compares really well with Samira,
Mm.
considering they have to change the passive because of it. Did you see the change to potential changes that are coming through?
I haven't seen the potential changes. No, what's the story?
They're actually changing her passive. That now she's not going to be any use with any support because, well, the certain ones she's used it because only knockups are now going to let her knock them up further. Not any immobilizing effects. So stuff like Leona, stuff like Nautilus Q, I think if it's against a knockup, they're all not going to proc it anymore.
Oh, okay.
So the Leona Samira, which is really dominant lane, is going to be really nullified, as well as the change to Collector, which is now going to get nerfed as well. They've announced that change. So they're nerfing Collector on AD, they're nerfing Lethality on AD carry. So Samira's whole build is nearly getting changed around here, considering Collector was her second item.
Yeah, yeah. That's That's some. See, I like Collector the way it is because I just feel like it does what it's meant to. You know, it's a weird one. I like the item for what it is. I wouldn't like it any
I
other
think
way.
in theory it's nice, but the issue I'm having with it is the fact that when you're any item that usually goes well in assassins then goes well in the lethality AD carries, and when the crit AD carries aren't strong enough to contend with these ADs, crit AD carries just have such a good early game spike that they just pretty much overshadow them. And right now it's just that's why it's turned into Jin Samir, for the looks of it.
Yeah.
And Vladimir. Oh,
Okay.
that's a bit spicy.
The Mats connoisseur, bringing out the healing numbers. Okay. Especially into Ornn, that's going to be a very, very boring lane, to say the least. But the last ban there, for people that don't know, it was Mordekaiser. So Mordekaiser was banned there, which would have been a much nicer pick into the Ornn. But a Braum being picked up, what's going to be the support then from the mask? It has to be the Nautilus, no?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a good support to pick, but like into their comp right now, you're still kind of at the risk, and they can still get through the Nautilus. Like Nautilus ulti won't stop Vladimir when he pulls, and Yone can just E out of it to bait it. And it is actually hovering the pike. I was suggesting this.
There
Maybe he locks it in.
I think there's an idea in my head that I was thinking, like, if you have to kill Raheel, that's probably the best champion to do it with, because you can do it from 20% less health. It's like he can be a little bit healthier and you can still kill him. And with a
I also
Malzahar,
have seen the lethality items are probably really good in them as well.
They're decent if he's mid. He's in a weird spot right now. Like, some people have been taking Turbo Chem Tank just to go a little bit faster. It's a very strange meta. There's a lot of weird things. People are min-maxing everything. But we'll have one last little look over this. What do you think will be the biggest kind of lane to have for us to have a look at? Like, I know our player to watch is Raheel, 100% for Trinity, and then on the other side, NUIG, the Mask of Jelly is the player to watch.
See, I would say he's the player to watch, but having the Samira locked in, you're just gonna end up with a really exciting lane. Like Samira in laning phase, especially into something that's really immobile. I know Braum gives a bit of disengage with his ulti, and even with his E can do a little something, but objectively, I think their lane is going to be really interesting because they have so much early damage potential with the lethality and with just the raw damage output. Because Pycook into Samira passive into like double ulti means Samira just has to get some low collector and either collect it or Pyke picks it up himself with the ult.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to pick your brain for this one because I'm not too sure because I don't really play Skarner, but I feel like you've been playing more League than I have. In decent games, I've been playing in weird games, but Skarner needs to focus jungling and farming over ganking early, correct?
Yeah.
So that means Hecarim has free reign on ganks, and he can't go towards the Vladimir because of the pool. He can't go really towards Raheel early because Raheel will just kill both of them. Because the Malzahar early, you need to wait for that level 6. So that means he has to go bot lane.
And it's a scaling lane as well. Like they snowball so hard off having this Hecarim camp for them as well.
Yeah, so I'm thinking is if Hecarim runs in, there's no way for them to stop Samira from getting that passive if Hecarim connects with the charge.
Yeah, you guys actually the charge does if he's in it does proc the passive as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so like that means NUIG Griffiths have pretty much drafted into just like safety top with Ornn, safety mid with Malzahar, and better than Punky is Cookie. He had to change accounts due to not having Samira on that account. But Cookie is going to be the ADC. He pretty much is the one that's set up to fail pretty much because Raheel is going to be gunning for him.
Yeah, well, but to be fair, that's why they've drafted the Malzahar. Is to probably I know he has the E, and I'm not sure the interaction where if he E's in and if he times it right, if he can stop it. Because I know it like the way it's programmed is when he E's, it cleanses it and then shoots him back. But I think a well-timed Mal's ulti before he does that will just instantly stop Raheel. So I think it's they've set Samira up and Pyke up very well to just get behind the back line, or just even Samira just getting into the middle of the team and just pressing that ulti button.
But with the Braum and the free autos, that should be able to stop Samira. It's such a weird game stakes. You don't know what's strong and what's weak anymore. Especially from like a casting point of view. It's just like you can say this will do well, and then they'll just build this one weird mythic item and suddenly do 6,000 true damage with a collector for no reason. It's, like I've seen weird things, like I've seen full AP Rakan, one-shotting tanks with
AP
Imperial
Twitch.
Mandate. AP Twitch.
That's a thing. I've seen that. That AP Twitch support. I've seen a certain I think a couple of streamers actually playing AP Twitch support to some success.
Yeah, Rad IRL played it quite a bit.
Yeah, I was good. I didn't want to say the man's name and summon the old the rats, but man, it actually works.
It's like a bit lulled with like rats instead of crows. But yeah,
it should be good. Like this, to be fair, right? These comps that they played, I actually, even though NUIG Griffins have drafted a really nice comp, I do like Trinity's as well. They do have a way to get on the back line, you know, provided he early QSS from the Yone. They do have the Skarner to pull Samira if she does go in, and they do have the Vladimir who can just instantly get on the back line and just deal massive damage.
yeah, no, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how Cookie's gonna like traverse the rift now as Samira, because I feel like it has to be that early win. I think the Hecarim's going to have to run down and just help carry that lane, and Jhin is an immobile ADC, but my vote for right now has to go for Trinity because I've seen Raheel do his thing and it's absolutely insane. But we will be back in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is Sader and OBK coming with you with Trinity and NUIG. We are looking forward to this game nonetheless. How is it going, OBK? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go, dude. It should be a really good game. And I'm just looking forward to this one, to be honest. I like the comps. I like everything about it. And I love Skarner, as my old name, Brackern Lover 888 goes. I'm a big fan of the Brackern, you know?
Not the biggest fan of the Brackern myself. He's beaten me way too many times for me to be excited about it. But nonetheless, looking forward to getting into the game and seeing what he can do. Onyx Goose Can they pull off the big carry? Can they be the one that gets Raheel into the position he needs, stopping Cookie better than Punky? I think is what we should call Samira this one. Is Cookie better than Punky? We'll find out. But
I don't know.
I don't know. It's just we do have Cookie at the change accounts. He didn't own Samira on this one, so bit of a change there. But a 5-man setup on the red. Are they expecting something?
I'd imagine versus the comp they're playing, like getting the early kill onto bot lane is what I'd imagine NUIG, they might have thought NUIG was thinking of doing, but I can kind of see it just to have the counter invade ready, because their comp isn't like great, but probably push to it. If they get the Braum passive off, it probably actually does something.
Yeah, and then on the other side you also have the Pyke has Hail of Blades.
Yeah.
That's going to be a very aggressive Pyke.
I actually like it. I know like the original intent of what Pyke was doing originally in, I think when Hail of Blades was a thing, was it was pretty much for mid Pyke, so they got the initial 3 autos off as quick as possible for mid lane. But it just seeped over to support, and you don't seem to go the, I believe it was, I can't actually remember.
Aftershock?
Yes, it was Aftershock, and then you ran Triumph and all that secondary, but it was, yeah, they changed it over to Hail of Blades, and I actually really like the fact that you steal a lot of damage early, and like hitting someone like a hook onto the Jhin and then getting the 3 autos off is so easy, since you pretty much force the flash if you get enough damage off.
You can also E through them and just start autoing, and it just puts a lot of pressure on them. And you can even use it to get out. It's like Pyke is such a diverse champion for what he's meant to be. Like I think Riot didn't really think it through, and they went, "Oh yeah, we'll just make a support and assassin. That's a great idea," and then gave him this massive execute. But nonetheless, he's here and he's ready. He has Hail of Blades. He's going to do some. He's actually going to do a lot more damage than people. There it is. Ooh.
There it is. He's doing an insane amount of damage coming through here. This big fight coming out early. He'll force from Intercourse. Ignite coming down. Not sure it's going to be enough to take out Kronk, who is really low.
Yeah, that was a very quick, and I don't know. That was. I don't think they were expecting it. They weren't expecting it, I don't think. It was very aggressive from Mask Jelly, but as we see now, Raheel hitting that level 3, going in, trading evenly though. Does take that tower shot at the end, but he does flash
he flashes
for it.
through. Trying to go forward here. The W is going to connect into the Ignite, which I think is going to be enough to take out Xenolot. No, he doesn't. He gets a heal. He weave it back. I think he's running the. Is he running the potion thing that makes his gives him the initial burst of potion?
I'm not able to confirm that, but he did level up.
Yeah, sorry, level up. He probably got that from that, if not the potion rune, because he's got Unsealed Spellbook. But wow, that was really well played from Xeno, and that just forced a flash and ignite for the cost of 1 flash. So he gets TP advantage, and that's a lot for getting Malzahar a load of waves pre-6 like.
Yeah, and he shoved it all the way, and he's going to go for a cheater recall Raheel, so he's going to go back, pick up whatever he can, and try force that again. He's actually going to stop the recall. He's going to stay. We see a lot of cheater recalls where they just go in, do as much damage as they can, shove it all the way into tower, then recall and try force that item advantage. But as we do see, Hecarim sitting in the wings here is going to go for that flashless Raheel.
He's coming in aggressively. The E is going to connect. He's going to pull him back Raheel, trying to get out with the E, but he's going to eventually come back. He comes back into the range. First blood going over to Cox Master.
Yeah, and then Skarner up on the top side, they're putting some pressure onto Madamars, but Madamars just does manage to walk out. He is getting forced under tower quite a bit here by the Vladimir. Matt's Connoisseur up a decent amount of farm and keeping the Ornn away from the rest of it. But that was a very, very good gank from Hecarim, and getting in there nice and early, knowing those summoners were down, and Raheel using that. I'm not sure what it's called. I think it's a tether.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the actual ability is called, but going back to that is just a death wish. I wish you could QSS it somehow and get rid of it, but I guess that would make the champion even more busted. But nonetheless,
see a trade coming out here. Matt's Connoisseur is taken very low, forced to pull out. Flash is available from Adamars, but he doesn't opt to use it.
Yeah, steps away from that one. Matt's Connoisseur was doing so well in the lane, then it's just the Ornn effect. It's once you get one of those like free kind of Sheen procs, we'll call them, or Spellblade as they're now called. Once it gets one of them on you, your health just like disappears from under you, and it's insane damage from that champion. And now we see Matt's Connoisseur giving a lot more respect over, and the bone plane is being popped there. So the next trade could be a big one. So not looking comfortable in this mid lane now, though.
Yeah, I was expecting a very aggressive Raheel, and we were getting it. It's just kind of unfortunate that he did low his aggressive summoners super early, so I imagine he's just sitting back now and maybe hoping for the next Ignite up, or maybe waiting for a bit of an aggressive trade from Xeno where he gets rid of the spell shield.
Yeah. Hecarim down in this bot side now, but the bot lane has decided to disappear. Intercourse and Kronk. We're expecting to see the Lethality Jhin coming out, yeah? I don't think there's any other real
you usually
build.
go people go Eclipse, which was nerfed. I think last patch or hotfix nerfed, but Eclipse was nerfed, and it's still really good on Jhin. It still gives you the 2 attacks, just gives you just a lot of damage overall, and I think even the unique mythic passive it gives you is just really nice. I know someone tried Duskblade though, so I'd be interested to see what he does opt for.
I think Duskblade would be a bit strange on Jhin. It would help
I
with his lack of
not bad,
mobility though. Like being
I know,
invisible
yeah,
is also helpful.
that's what I was saying is more so. I've tried it before, and originally I thought it was, well, before I tried like the Eclipse build, it's a lot stronger than what it is, because you get 4th shot, you go invisible, and then you can just reload immediately, because you don't have to worry about getting killed in this invisibility.
There's the
You
ult
see the
coming
ulti
out
coming
from
through
Xehanort.
from the Malzahar from Xehanort. Raheel is super low here. Onyx Q's is hovering around, and in the end, nothing goes down. No summoner's blown.
Yeah, I think Xehanort just used the ult there to stop Raheel from going over onto the Hecarim, but the fight is going to happen again.
It's going in aggressively here. TP is forced. Both TPs this time, as you do see the ulti come through on the Cox Master. Call of the Forge God is going to come out though, and he is going to knock him on his Q's. Meanwhile, Matt's Connoisseur picks himself up a kill. Kill back in response for NUIG. Xehanort running away with no mana left, and Matt's Connoisseur doesn't go any more aggressive.
Yeah, taking a step back there. Malamar's picking up a nice kill onto Onyx, but the turn onto the Hecarim there. Very, very good from both sides. Very good TPs, very good map awareness coming in from the guys and willing to go and help their team. But I think it does go in the favour of NUIG here, just because the stronger Ornn gets, the stronger everyone else gets as well. He's one of those champions that really helps aid an entire team, and the more you can give him early to get him those extra levels, to keep him in the lane, to keep him alive, he'll give you back an item that's worth a lot more. And especially with the new mythic items now being upgraded by Ornn, it's so much more. So I'm looking forward to seeing if the Hecarim's going to swap around now and force that top side more, or is he going to go towards that bot that was originally the carry? Because Madamars could make the difference here.
Yeah, right now though, trading 1-for-1 was, I reckon, pretty worth on both fronts. I know both teams ended up with a kill, but it was kind of very even, and both teams played it well. It wasn't necessarily like a great engage that just kind of got them necessarily 2 or 3 free kills. So they're both very competitive so far in this game.
Yeah, it's looking a lot that damage just. And the free pool out. I hate Vladimir's so much. But nonetheless, Matt's going to start putting on a very good show here and showing how to play, forcing him under tower, poking for free, and just constantly stepping out of that tower range or heal. Spotted on the ward. So they know this has started at least, but this Drake's gone way too fast.
Yeah, the Onslaught of Shadow is going to come out, and the steal from Cox Master. He's going to get caught with the Braum passive though, and the rest of Trinity are around, and Raheel picks up the kill back. They do get the ulti down as well onto the Samira. Couldn't do anything, and Better Than Punky goes down. Xehanort goes down. Mask of Jelly presses the W to try and run away, but the Braum ulti is going to knock him up. Is it going to be enough? No, because no one's following him through here, and Braum and Intercourse walking forward, and I don't think they have. Oh, they do manage to hit something. Oh.
I don't think Mask of Jelly can 2v1 that one, or 1v2 that one. But no, the Drake steal coming in there was very, very nice. They do give over 2 kills though. So it's still, it's we kind of saw what the comp can do on the side of, I forgot Trinity there for a second. Jesus. My brain just turned off. Too much Rocket League. But no, Trinity, they kind of showed what they can do there with like the Braum, the stun coming in, and then Skarner picking up Better Than Punky with the ult and dragging him straight into the back. But as we see an aggressive play coming in here now.
The hook's going to connect onto the Braum, and Braum doesn't have any summoners available to him. Samira W going to connect into the death from below from Mask of Jelly. Really nicely done.
Yeah, a nice, quick, clean pick up there. And exactly what they need. This is the lane that we want to be seeing doing all the work pretty much. And getting those kills on the Mask Jelly, brilliant stuff. And here comes another one. Oh.
Nethergrasp is going to do bits right now. Raheel is a bit low. Coxmaster doesn't have the Onslaught of Shadows available, but the Skarner is going to get something down here. Coxmaster, as the Inalot's going down, and nothing's left to do but pick up the Hecarim here. The Hecarim has nowhere to go. Flash forward, maybe a bit aggressive, but Raheel just wanted that kill anyway.
Yeah, Raheel wanted that gold. He wants everything. He wants to be the carry for his team, as we've seen him do before, and this could be
Fight
big.
breaking out top side.
Oh.
The top, oh my god, Madam Mars with the Call of the Forge God, just to barely keep him alive out of that Vladimir cube.
Yeah, and none that, like, Masconosaur had the flash as well. He could have went for the dodge, he could have went for the outplay, but no, it just takes a massive ram to the face, and that's the end of that. Very nicely done by Madame Mars there. Picking up the Mercury Treads as well early to give him a little bit more of that magic resist to keep him alive in that lane. That could spell a change in the way it's been played so far. Trinity have had such a big lead, but every single time there's something picked up, and they did pick up 2 nice kills in that mid lane. Nonetheless, Raheel picks them up. That's very good. But Madame Mars bringing that top lane back. I know the CS doesn't make it look like it, but considering he can build in the lane, that mythic item will be coming really, really soon for him. I don't know. I feel like NUIG have a very big chance here to come back in, especially picking up that first Drake.
Yeah, they do have first dragon, which the next one is going to be the Cloud Drag. So it's going to be an Infernal, or it's going to be a Mountain Soul.
If it's I always love seeing Infernals when I'm casting games. Just that extra bit of splash damage, and oh, it's brilliant. Best Drake there is, Infernal. I know a lot of people say Ocean's best. I just think Infernal. More damage the better. But that's the ADC
also like
in me,
the
I think.
animation as well, to be fair.
Oh, it is. It's been a while since we've had a big map changing thing though. Like we had the map change with the alcoves and the bushes. We had the Drake change. Then we had another Drake change. And this year it's only been the item change. So it's nice for it to be on a smaller scale. But here comes the dive, and look
Xeno
at
gets
that.
pulled in as the Skarn rolls. He's going to come down there. Don't need to commit anything further. And Raheel just ease in, ease out. And that gets himself a free kill onto Xeno.
And the Rift Herald usage as well to confirm the plates there. Confirm that tower, and that's just a very, very quick first tower. I see another fight coming in at the top side. Madame Mars. Jesus.
Connoisseur is a bit low. I know Madame Mars is quite low here, but did you see the Hemoplague forced out of Matt's Connoisseur? Flash from Madame Mars. He maybe could have just gotten away from walking. I don't think he could have taken any.
I think the
less
flash
damage.
would have came in from the Vladimir just to finish that one off. But there's the flash I was
Oh,
talking about.
There's the sidestep flash.
He could have done that last time. Matt's Connoisseur would have been a lot happier with you, but no, he just picked it up. Very nicely done. He's going to force that one down now. Get another plate for himself. But yeah, does block the. Oh, here we go again.
Here's the fate sealed coming in from the Yone, but he is going into the Nethergrass from the Malzahar. Not sure how low he is. Xenolot is a bit too low, and he really can't fight Raheel right now. He's sitting at 3-1-3, nearly completed his first mythic item already, and I think he's just probably lost probably this next turret if Raheel tries for another severe push without jungle help.
Yeah, I think it's up to Raheel now to move around the map though. I think he's sitting a little bit too long into that mid lane. Like, he's got a massive CS advantage. He's got the kills. He needs to be helping out his other lanes more and maybe getting some of those kills onto Intercourse. Because Samira is a big problem, but if you've ever seen a Jhin last shot something when he has two lethality items, things disappear off the map. So I'd like to see that Jhin have a bigger impact. I think Raheel has to be the one to go down and give him the opportunity. But another Drake coming in, I don't think. No, he's gone for it again. He's missed
Oh,
it.
he went really ham for it, and unfortunately the Hecarim, Onslaught of Shadows, not going to be enough. Already popped the Ghost as well, committing the Summoner just to get that bit of extra damage in. We do see the Skarner ulti going to come in clutch, and Mask of Jelly just gets blown up from the fourth shot. The Eclipse doing its damage.
Very, very nicely done there. And that's what I was talking about, getting Jhin more kills. But no, the Hecarim goes for the steal again. Doesn't quite get it. Maybe it was a one-hit wonder, but better than Punky. Trading back a little bit here. I don't think you have the damage here. Especially going that Kraken Slayer. It's not an item I see often on the Samira. And I don't think it's a great item for Samira either. She's not really auto-attack focused. She's more like a spellcaster kind of ADC, like an Ezreal, where she's constantly cycling through abilities. So
I
I'm
would have
not
rather
too
seen
sure.
the Eclipse on her than the Kraken Slayer.
Yeah, just delete it. That's where he
Yeah, it
moved
wasn't
around
really
the
much
map.
to comment over there. He just kind of got blown up.
Yeah, just kind of
It was,
disappeared.
it was just unfortunate. Like they were just like, to be fair, they're just so strong right now that currently, no matter what lane they walk into, it turns into a kill lane, and they just kill whoever's there. It's
Yeah.
just kind of unfortunate, like that. It's kind of snowballed, and the picks they've had, like Yone's currently completed his mythic, got tier 2 boost, just grabbed himself a BF and a Cloud Cloak of Agility as well for his troubles. So he's just a wee bit CS'd up.
Yeah, he's ready to fight. He's ready for mid-game 5 minutes early. He's incredibly far ahead. But I want to go back to that Kraken Slayer. Does Kraken Slayer proc off the ult from Samira? That would be the only reason I think that would be
think
the
it
best.
does.
Yeah.
Because like it's not takes. I think it's just it does around attacks. I don't think the class is autos, and I don't think it kind of has the tick for it. So I'm not too sure. Oh, Raheel's coming in. but they managed to get away from that one. Just
Slip
about.
away. Yeah,
Yeah.
it slips away, sinks into the depths, and off Pike goes. But I still think Immortal Shield Bow is the best item for Samira, and like, I'm not liking this Kraken Slayer choice. I think it'd be the same as building on Ezreal. It just wouldn't proc enough. So
Maybe he thinks with the resets he can get it, but I don't know. Meanwhile, Kronk is kind of caught out of position here. Does pop the Glacial Fissure, which really doesn't get too much neither. I think he got a Hell's ulti because I think it's a 100-second cooldown. Meanwhile, Matamarz is going in here onto Matt's Connoisseur, does hit the EQ, trying to get a bit of damage down. Does he have the W available? Yes, he does, and he does manage to proc the Brittle, and that's going to be a kill back. Top lane is, meanwhile, for NUIG, is looking very strong. Ornn is... He's doing Ornn things up there, isn't he?
yeah, he's doing what Ornn does best, and that is, we don't know what Ornn does. No one knows. Even mains don't know what Ornn does. He just somehow kills things, and it's wonderful. But yeah, so the lane's going back and forth, but like the mythic difference, oh god.
Yeah, this is just looking really unfortunate right now, and Raheel's dominating. The rest of the team really can't do much. Raheel goes forward, Raheel picks up a second kill. He still has pretty much flash available right now. That's a triple kill, and he didn't even use his ulti. It wasn't even off cooldown.
He didn't have everything available. He only used his Ignite, and he just rips through three of them. It just doesn't look... The rest of the map looks fine when Raheel's not on it. Is the best way to put it. Everything looks okay until the Own appears. So, the Malzahar pick was a good idea, but I feel like we've seen it before. I feel like I've seen someone play Malzahar into Raheel before and done the exact same thing, and it just wasn't enough to keep him down. I feel like someone needs to take it to him. I feel like someone needs to play...
People aren't respecting it enough, to be honest. Because, like, people, they joke, you know, Raheel he only plays Yasuo and Yone as his top two champions, but people still don't ban both. And as we can see here, he's still getting these champs enough where once they play it in laning phase, people kind of cop on that, like, they probably should be just realistically banning both away from him and just having him, even if he is playing it at a lower standard than his, like, top two, he's still a good mid laner, but it's more playable. Like, these laning phase, he knows the matchups, he knows the damage he can do considering how close Yone is to Yasuo, so it's just, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'd call it disrespect or they need to prioritize other picks, but when their best player has a very quite limited champ pool, it's a bit strange to see.
But seeing him get it consistently is also strange. Just give him an inch, he'll take a mile. But as we go up, see him go up top again and just
go forward. They do impale Cockmaster, and he is forced to run out there. Didn't blow any summoners. Does have the onslaught of shadows up off cooldown now, but Onyx Goose is going in to try and get a kill onto the Ornn. Rest of the team haven't rotated just yet, and they are around Baron Pit. Rest of Trinity have noticed this, and they're trying to rotate downwards towards Mask of Jelly and Better Than Monkey.
Yeah, Cookie and Mask of Jelly, they're running away. As you see, Kronk does land. I thought for a second Heel's going to go all in on that and just try to get that passive proc. But they're moving back towards that Drake. This will be the second for either team, no matter who takes it. It could be another nice steal coming in from the Hecarim. But I just feel like the movement itself coming out from TCD now, they know where to be, and they were unlucky there not to catch Hecarim with the Skarner and Raheel combo with the ults. That might have been a kill if he did get the knock-up. I'm just... Where does NUIG go from here? What is their plan? Like, they have to completely destroy Raheel in a fight. But how do they do it? Like, he just seems to get away from everything, and Zenalot just can't quite get onto him. He can't get that ult off with enough damage around it.
They need to scale. I think they're, unfortunately, even though Raheel scales hard, they need to get a lot of CS or a lot of goal onto Mask of Jelly and Better Than Punky, because if both of them have it, I reckon there's a chance that they can just pick him off with the ulti. Before he can even get in range to burst them, they need to burst Raheel first. And I think they need anti-heal initially anyway, which
has been picked up by Zenalot.
Yeah, Zeno has it now, but the rest of the team really needs to work on getting the anti-heal, because he does have 2 items, and he also has the Vamp Scepter after the Infinity Edge is completed. Like, he's
and the Immortal Shield Bow will come in, and you'll get all the extra healing from that. And he has Conqueror, really so he'll have the true damage from that. And does it still heal?
Yeah, it does heal 10 stacks.
Yeah.
12.
So here comes Onyx Goose with the Predator.
He goes, he flash into Impale onto the Mask of Jelly, who just gets taken out in one swift movement there. They are down a member, so they are probably going to look for, I don't know, maybe the Baron at this stage, because I don't think they can...
It's an early Baron, but it's a Baron nonetheless. They can take it. Skarner is incredibly tanky, especially with that Turbo Chem tank completed. He's going to be able to tank that up for days. They have the damage. But do they want to risk a game that looks won already?
Yeah, that's the whole thing. They have to leave room, like dot every I's and cross their T's. Because if they do give NUIG a bit of room and they do try a Baron and maybe are a bit too low for it, one like fight back gives maybe five. If Pyke gets 5 or even 3 or cuts, that's another 500 gold to go for the team. Like just right back in for whoever gets the assist.
That's
The
balanced.
Fate Sealed? That was montage worthy from Raheel, by the way. The E ignite and to the Fate Seal to just barely get enough damage to get him with the ignite. And now he knows he doesn't have the ignite.
Oh.
The Hecarim is trying to go in, pops the Onslaught of Shadows, but unfortunately he doesn't have the Triforce this game, and he didn't have the damage. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Baron and Punky and Xenolad are trying to get the kills back. Matt's Connoisseur does have to force the pool, and he doesn't have flash available. He's going low here, and Xeno just picked up the kill in the end. They're going to do Baron off it now.
Yeah, so they know that there's 2 down there. The only other person on the map is Massive Jelly. Massive Jelly can't really contest the Baron. There is a chance he can get the Q steal, but will it really be enough? We'll see. He goes invisible, he steps forward, and
Oh, Mask. That was unfortunate.
yeah, look, he tried. We love a trier, but that wasn't quite it. He was just built a little bit differently that time, okay? Just built differently. But
Yeah, it was to be fair, right? In the current state of the game right now, with about a 10k gold lead at about 20 minutes, you need to make these 10% plays, because if he did get it and they did actually steal that Baron, that really swung the game at least partly back in their favor and did like probably even give him momentum to do something. Meanwhile, Raheel just doing Raheel things. He is decimating everyone on NUIG. That was their tankiest member.
yeah, he just got completely eviscerated there, and as you see Hecarim getting caught out, just trying to get some farm. He's just trying to get a scuttle crab, guys. You don't have to bully him like that. It's bullying. No?
It was a bit.
Cyberbullying. Turn off your laptops. Oh, Onyx going for another catch. Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, they just get the impale. It does land off the Pyke. Mask of Jelly, I don't know what he was really doing, because he was on his own here. It's a bit unfortunate, but I guess you just maybe, right, in the current state of the game, I think he's just kind of not too sure what he's thinking. Fate Seal coming in here. Xeno and the boys are super low. Raheel going super ham here, and Onyx Q's is just cleaning up the rest of it. Samir doesn't even have able to proc her ulti correctly. Call the Forge God. Going to get blocked by the Braum.
Go, Mata. I believe. Get him. And Raheel just comes in. And
I was so excited I ripped my headphone lead out.
yeah, and then the Collector comes in from Jhin as well, just to finish that one off with the 9,999 damage. Just it looks too easy for TCD. That's what it looked like. It looked like they got Raheel onto Yone, and then the game just kind of fell apart from there, and there was nothing UIG could do. They looked good at the start. They made some really nice plays. They got some good steals, but once Raheel got rolling, it just came to like this point where like, what do we do?
Yeah, I think really it was unfortunate. Like, I honestly think their draft was really nice. I actually think they drafted a really nice comp if Raheel wasn't playing as Yone. As we do see, Pyke finally gets the cut down, does pick up the kill on Skarner. We do see the remaining members are coming in clutch here, but they are forcing presumably the final fight. Double kill for Raheel, 15 and 1. He's doing an insane amount of damage, and they can't even leave their base now. Jin's popped the curtain call. NUIG just sitting under their Nexus Charge. Raheel goes aggressive for the E is popped. He picks up a kill, 2 shots, Samira, and that is going to be game 1. Trinity take it, and I honestly think that was really convincing.
Yeah, that was over so fast. I didn't expect a 24.5-minute game, but it happened. We just have to leave it like that and just say we'll be back in a few minutes when we gather our thoughts about what happened there, and we hope to see at least the Yone and Yasuo bans come in. But we'll be back in a couple of minutes. See you all soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have the second pick and ban phase coming in now. NUIG Griffin's already starting off on a better foot and banning the Yone away. Just what we wanted, right, OBK?
Yeah, this game is going to be a bit interesting unless they ban the Yasuo, which I'm looking to see as their third ban. That's the real thing I'm hoping for here is the Yasuo second ban. And they're going to leave it up.
Okay.
They first pick it, maybe. That's probably... In an ideal world, that's what NUIG Griffins do here.
They didn't first pick the Yone last time on Trinity. They did pick the Jhin first time, then second rotation took it. So now they're going to take the Jhin. Does that
and
mean
they leave up Rahil's number one mid laner?
Yeah. Okay. And they give a perfect combo over to Gragas as well. So we are in episode 2, season 1, the Rahil show. Welcome back, everyone. We are looking forward to seeing Rahil once again. Anime arc his Yasuo and Yone. Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna go for the Malphite to probably just stop the synergy because they could just chuck it top lane, which I could realistically see.
I can feel a drafting migraine come on. I can feel the spirit of LS and Dom just creeping in. It's but no, like they can still win the game. They just have to kill it. That's all they gotta do. They just gotta kill it. So, and there's a Silas to counter the Malphite. Okay, that's a scary team.
That is really insane.
Skill wise, even like taking away the fact the Yasuo is so good at Yasuo and everything else. Oh, it's actually a Maokai, not a Silas, but nonetheless, like that's still a scary team to play into. Like when you see 3 knockups and a Yasuo, you're like, damn, okay, what do we do? How do we stop this? Malphite is a good option, but what else do you have? You have to find one other thing to kill that Yasuo, because Malphite will knock it up, keep it in the air. You need to find something to layer onto that.
Because you can't do it Jhin, because if they manage to get in range for one Jhin auto, Yasuo can easily just tank that with the shield. I think they need some, I don't know, some really strong early bully, or just even a control mage, something like an Orianna, or just something to just pull the team
which
away.
is banned away, sadly.
Oh, as I say it.
Yeah, so maybe in Azir. Does anyone not play Azir?
That's actually the question, to be honest, because I know the matchup is really skill dependent as well, so it's gonna be a tough one either way. But I don't know.
Azir just has that little bit of range, you know. You get to sit back, you get to hit the poke, and then if it all comes to a close and you can get them near a tower, ult them all underneath, Shrima shuffle that. But a Kai'Sa coming in as well with such a heavy CC enabling team. Trinity are drafting a team for success here.
They picked the Kai'Sa as well, which
insane.
It's real strong. You go certain builds going around. There's the standard Kraken Slayer build, and there's also Lethality, which I've had the pleasure of walking into when Kevin Man picked it into me in a custom game. It's strong. Like Kraken Slayer does a lot of tank shred damage. I think this game would probably be the Kraken Slayer one, but it's because like the invisibility, I think, like on top of the invisibility, is just incredible to have, especially versus like an auto attack AD like Jhin.
Is that a Mundo jungle?
Let's
go.
Is that a Mundo jungle?
Oh yes, please be a Mundo. I love Mundo jungle. I just think it's so broken. It's like you never go low. You have so much AD. You actually scare people how much damage you do. You can't really be CC'd because you have so much tenacity built in. It's a wonderful champion. But there's a lot more knockups and CC available now with sets, so I'm hoping that Mordekaiser is built to just ult the Yasuo and then Zhonya's. Just keep him in there.
Beefy Trinity team, I will add.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they only have Jhin and, well, I know like Dr. Mundo can kind of do some tank shredding, but they really don't have a massive amount of tank shred in that team. I feel like...
Well, Riftmaker Mordekaiser with true damage now.
Oh yeah, maybe now, but I don't know. I just feel like this was if there was a game to hold AD, maybe ban the Jhin instead of the Graves, and then just go for the Vayne, go for broke. Really, I think that this was the Vayne game. Like this was the angle, but I don't know. I just think right now getting through that line, like being Jhin right here, just seems really unlucky because you've got a big set to deal with, which I believe is support.
It should be.
Maokai. It's Trinity, yeah. So yeah, it's set support. You've got a big beefy Maokai top. Gragas potentially goes tank, although they need a bit more AP, so it's probably AP Gragas. And even Yasuo with the shield, I don't know, it just seems really rough for Jhin unless he has some mad tank shred I've never heard of before.
Well, with lethality he has something.
Yeah, he has something. It gives him the armor penetration with, if you go Dustblade, I think. You get the... Or that's Dustblade, Eclipse. Eclipse gives you the armor pen.
I think they've built enough tanks to protect something, but they're not sure what they're trying to protect.
They're protecting Raheel, and he is probably going to do bits.
Is it not Kai'Sa with all those, like, all that CC? Like, you get so many free procs of your passive. You should be able to shred anyone, and you can go AP as well on Kai'Sa. You can go Kraken into Guinsoo's, and then maybe a Nashor's Tooth, and just continuously shred.
And then Eclipse lethality is also a thing as well. I really like Kai'Sa. Well, like, she's not top tier right now, but she's really flexible, and that's what I like about the champion. She's like what Varus was 2 seasons ago, when you had lethality or you had on hit Varus AD or AP, and all 3 were viable.
Yeah, like you just played what you felt like in the game, like.
Yeah, like, and because you could first pick Varus and had so much maneuverability, where like you could pick an AD mid laner after first picking Varus because you could just say, all right, I'll just go AP, and then you'll go your Nashor's build. Like, It was such a nice state.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to do. I don't like NUIG Griffin's draft here. They have this idea going in that they're like, all right, we're going to stop the Yasuo, but like how? Like you're going to hit him with the Malphite ult. Mundo's going to run at him. Mordekaiser's going to ult him, and then if he kills Mordekaiser, Jin's going to finish him off. It's just like you've put the pieces of the puzzle together, but have nothing to follow it up with. Mordekaiser isn't going to do enough, I don't think. So it's an odd one. I'm not too sure how NUIG Griffins win unless Jin gets a massive lead in the laning phase and manages to carry the game solo through that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if he snowballs enough and they camp for him enough, I think he can do something. But like honestly, like if Jin gets obscenely far ahead, he can just one shot their whole team. Like you've seen the whole Jin just walks in 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the team dead. Like, but I think honestly they don't really well, they kind of have bits of a comp that can do it, but they don't necessarily have a comp that can just camp for Jin. Like that can actually funnel him into it. I feel like if there's any comp that did that, it was Trinity's. But if they slotted him in there, but I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
Yeah, it's we'll see how it goes. That's the best way to put it. Like I think Trinity just have a very simply executed comp. Gragas throws a barrel, Yasuo presses R, everything will melt around that, and they just have enough tanks to keep Intercourse alive on the backside, just to continuously put out damage, while they're putting a lot of pressure here on Cookie and Maska Jelly to carry these games. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to seeing the Mundo jungle. I'm very happy about that. I'm looking forward to seeing that on the Rifts. I haven't seen it since I've played it last, but we will be back in a couple of minutes. Get your votes in chat. We'll see how it goes. Me and OBK will be returning in a few. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 2 and our final game for the night. Is everyone ready to go? LPK, are you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Ready to go?
Yep, we're ready to go.
Good stuff. As we get on to the Rift, looking forward to seeing what's going to happen this time around. We're hoping for a slight change this time around. We're hoping
there
for
is one actually. We do see it's actually set top lane.
set top lane. Okay, so Kronk has decided not to play with the usual stuff as we see them. They're going for the 5-man stack again. That's definitely a new one. We're just going to follow them around there. Now, what do you think should be the big game plan coming in from them now?
Probably in an ideal world here, they go forward, find someone, and get the kill, and that just snowballs your heal off one kill. But I think realistically, what should be going on throughout the whole game is, I feel like NUIG need to scale or at least get Jhin ahead while doing that, because they're running nearly. I'd call it a protect the AD carry comp with an AD carry who pretty much doesn't need to be peeled for since he's always super far back in the back line. So
Yeah.
they really realistically they need to just get some kills in the Jhin. And then on Trinity side, I think Trinity side of things is a lot easier to execute, where set Stopper pops Yasuo ulti, Gragas ult pops Yasuo ulti, and even either of those pop Kai'Sa's Killer Instinct, so she can just dive in the back and do bits of damage with autos and Qs while that's happening as well. So I think their comp's quite easy to execute. I do think like NUIG have something that's executable. They just don't have the damage early to do pretty strong things. Like their 5v5 probably, I'd argue, isn't as strong early as Trinity's is.
Yeah, and the Malphite going mid, I think it's a good option. I don't think Raheel will have as much pressure in that lane, but I don't know. I just feel NUIG had a lot to pick around here, and they still were more scared of the Akali and the Graves than they were of this Yasuo and Yone from Raheel. So I'm really wondering what their game plan is going in when they go into these drafts. But we've seen it from other teams as well. Other teams have not been respecting the Yasuo or the Yone, or they only respect one, and the other one gets picked, and then they get smashed, and they go, oh, we'll try the other one, and then get smashed in the second game. TCD have what I would call this, like, flip a coin, and whichever one Raheel lands on, he wins. He's shown incredible skill on both Yone and Yasuo, so I feel like going into playoffs, they have to get the double
They
down.
have to do it. Like it's got to be something. Like I hate to bring up some old man OBK moments here, but when last time I played collegiate, my TUD team made it all the way to semi-finals by me literally playing Thresh 8 games in a row. Like no one thought of just banning. We played the exact same bot lane 8 games in a row, and no one banned it. Like I feel like people just don't value comfort as much as they used to. They just banned whatever. Like I know it in certain elements that's worth doing, but in a really like mix-based skill where you have players at pretty much all levels in this, comfort is usually a pretty valuable ban. And I think honestly, even over the Graves, I know Onyx Goose is he's a, from what I've seen, he seems pretty good on carry junglers, but I reckon you'd either left the Akali up or you got rid of the Grave, left the Graves up and just gave him the Astra, because I think like having that comfort of two champions that are, I'd say, pretty damn similar, open, it's just kind of unfortunate that like either way he ends up with something he plays a lot and knows how to play.
Yeah, like I remember when I used to play in more competitive scenes, my Jinx was nearly 100% pick ban. But like there was one time I did get it. I remember because I played against Taylor Swift, and I'll do this after
Taylor Swift after her album debut.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, number one. But no, I played against his Olaf support, and it smashed me. So they let me pick my favorite champion and then beat me with it.
Oh, a lot of damage coming through there. That was a really nice pull from Mordekaiser that just shot Set away there, because I'm pretty sure he died otherwise. Meanwhile, Mundo got found out by the Yasuo here. He's super low, and we just see Onyx Goose coming and maybe trying to get something back here, but the Yasuo stays alive. Triumph coming through at the end there after the kill onto the Mundo, and that was a nice attempt.
Did you
like
see
if
the
Onyx
damage?
Goose
Did you see
he flashed.
it? The
He
Mundo.
forced the flash.
So much damage. I love it. I love the Mundo. So good. If Onyx Goose didn't arrive, that was definitely a kill for the Mundo, 100%.
Oh, it was just really unfortunate timing, because even if he was 5 seconds behind and his wolves took, I'd say 5 seconds longer, kill over and he would have left.
Yeah.
It was just super unfortunate that like at that stage he just instant turned and the timing was just perfect. Because the flash, he needed the flash as well.
Yeah, and here we see the damage coming in from Adamaris.
Noodle fight coming through. Both shields on both fronts since Mordekaiser and Set both crack him. A lot of damage coming through. That passive is up, but pretty much getting out traded here by the Set early from the looks of things.
The
One shield's bigger than the other.
Passive healing is also insane, though. We can't forget about
Mundo's
that.
top. He's coming in here. He might try and get something. There's nothing he can do here. Does have the flash available. Big shield coming through. Onyx Goose is here, but Matt's Connoisseur turns it around, and that's coming over. They do manage to get one kill, but that was pretty well executed. That was 1v2 up till the end of that.
Yeah, that was the 1v1 that we kind of wanted, and then it turned into the 1v2, and then a 2v2, and it's just all over the place. I'm just happy to see the Mundo pick up one of the kills. So it does still go over to the side of TCD. They are still doing well, but I'm just happy to see this Mundo putting in work. And it's a complete change around from last time. Last time it was the Hecarim, and it was a Drake steal and a pick and a kill here. It was still decent, but now he's really forcing these ganks, and he's really playing aggressive. He's under-farmed compared to Onyx, but he's putting the pressure down, and I'm just loving it. And that's a very nice word there, Raheel. You protect that.
Yeah, absolutely sweating to hit that Q auto E engage, but Xeno just presses the OR button, and that's going to be a kill from the Unstoppable Force. My god, NUIG.
That's what we need. That's what we want. Come on. We're all rooting for NUIG. We don't want the Raheel shot to be a repeat again.
I actually like that, because you just like trade the original trade he did there. He was mixing autos, Qs, mixed E's in, and then here's Xeno, and he just presses the OR button, and that was it. Like.
Lovely stuff, and the Drake picked up. Very nicely done. This is the NUIG we want to see. They have nothing to lose here, but everything to gain. They can beat the guys that beat Raheel on the Yasuo. That's
beating
big.
Raheel on his main champion is a pretty big flex, I have to say.
And Onyx Goose has been known to play the Gragas alongside the Yasuo, so this is something they're very comfortable playing. I would love to see them take this game. I'd love to see them make it 1-1 and just put NUIG back on the board, get them back in there. It's a good college. Some good lads on that team. Matt's Connoisseur, once again taking that pink, getting that
Raheel's roaming bot. Onyx Goose is here. He does flash the casket. Really nicely done for the Matt. The hook does connect. And Mundo is here as well. Jhin is around. The W is going to land on Onyx Goose, but they do put the wind wall to stop any further damage coming through here. And pulled forward in the bot lane. So they leave Xeno just pushing waves mid.
Yeah, that could work out for them if Xeno can get up to this top side, which he's starting up the roam, but the Rift Scuttle has been taken. He might have to take the long route, but he does choose to go back. I was kind of hoping to see him go up to the top there. I think the two of them together could take it.
And he could like timing for roam as well, because with Yasuo on bot lane, it was just perfect to just fast push the wave and go straight top.
Yeah, but the Rift or the Scuttle Crab's going to stop him there. That's a little bit of vision. Oh, there's the ult.
Oh, Death Realm coming down here. Matt's kind of sore. It seems to be an even trade. What's it like in a Death Realm? And it looks like he doesn't want anything to do with it. Both top laners are kind of just hanging around the other side.
Here comes the Mundo, though.
He's coming top,
Ghost.
and Set doesn't know he's here. He finally comes in here. The Showstopper does come down. Flash force from Adamaris. Meanwhile, Matt's Connoisseur pops the W to try and get a bit of damage down. The Mundo is super low. The Mundo regen isn't enough, and we do see one kill and nearly a second 1v2 again from Matt's Connoisseur.
All he had to do was hit the ult earlier. Oh no. The Mundo just underestimating the auto damage there from Matt's Connoisseur. If he just popped that ult on the way in to keep himself topped up, it would have been so much cleaner and so much nicer, but it does end up with another kill going over to Matt's Connoisseur and double buffs, a couple of plates as well. Very comfortable now in that top side. As we do see Onyx Goose coming back, we're going to relax, taking a couple of wards. Xenalot, 3 people surrounding him now on that mid. Kronk is there. I think he knows something's up though. I think he's found Onyx in that jungle.
Yeah, he's found Onyx, and there's 2 members here. Meanwhile, Maokai isn't around just yet, but he has decided to roam mid lane to maybe try something. And
yeah, it was looking like a 3-man dive there onto the mid, but Kronk was level 5.
Oh,
no.
The casket isn't enough that time, and the not in range for Yasuo ulti, or well, the angle wasn't really good to take anyway, but he does have the Unstoppable Force available to him, and we do see the Mundo here. The ulti does get popped in the end. Yasuo ulti does come down, and the hook gets blocked by the wind wall for the Mask of Jelly. Not going to be enough Flay to pull him back inwards. Does have the box available. No, he doesn't. He's level 5, sorry, and he's... I thought he was getting 6 there, he didn't, so I guess they just kind of ended that a mediocre trade.
Yeah, trade for trade, not bad, not great either. it was looking good for a second, but it just, that wind wall kind of carried a little bit too much weight there, and I don't know, it just, one thing I will say before I go on to any other points is the fact that if you ult as Yasuo and you're near a tower, it'll take you to the furthest point away from the tower, which will take you out of range. I know you can pick where to go, but if you're Yasuo, it'll actually drag you out of tower range. So taking that ult there would have been fine. He would have went up towards the top of Raptor Wall. So that's a little tip for the Yasuo wannabe players out here after watching Raheel. It does take you out of tower range, so it would have been okay. But no, nonetheless, that's just a little tip.
Yeah, I think like so far, been pretty aggressive ganks all around. Like Mundo's come top twice, and even counter ganked once by Onyx Goose. And Onyx Goose has just been hovering around that mid lane because the Gragas Yasuo are just such a strong 2v2. Especially against a, well, pretty much a Malphite who solely has to rely on Flash and his ult to get out.
I have to say though, it is a game of junglers right now. Matt's kind of doing his own thing as well though with the 1v2s, but nonetheless the junglers are the big focal point for both teams right now, and as we see them getting closer and closer towards those mythic items, Onyx Goose will be around with that Raheel, so they'll be a nice double combo. But as we do see, Zenalot is walking towards that bot side, and so is the Mundo, so that's just a free kill.
Just a bit more damage out of Matt's Connoisseur, and he really knows when it'll kill someone. Like, he's knowing the limits of, like, even 1v2, he knew he could win that. Meanwhile, we do see the really nice Lantern into the Unstoppable Force, and that was a really nice kill all around there for NUIG. We do see the Yasuo getting forced by the Gragas Casket, and the Mundo is on the retreat here. Hasn't popped anything yet. Intercourse is coming around from the back here. Raheel trying to go in somewhere. Kai'Sa's on her own, meanwhile. I don't think anyone's around to help her. Mundo. She goes down. And the Yasuo's in the retreat. The hook connects. The W hits somehow. And Onyx Goose goes down. Meanwhile, the Showstopper does put Xenolot into the rest of the team. TP does connect from Adamars. But Matt's Connoisseur picks himself a kill back for Trinity. E not going to hit onto Raheel here. And maybe Trinity win this. But top lane goes down. Mid lane's on the run. That might just be a free dragon. And might just be a free kill onto Raheel. Raheel is super low right now. He needs to flash to get out of there. And the Cleaver not going to flash forward into the wind wall. Mask of Jelly wants this. Flay gets the kill. And that's going to be the second dragon of the game, going over to NUIG.
Did you see that, Mundo? Did you see him survive everything? I love it. I love it. It's such a simple, excellent champion, and it's just proven once again it's doing fine. He got ulted by the Gragas, got ulted by the Yasuo, still lives, still gets out, picks up the kill onto Intercourse after Intercourse ulted in to finish him off as well. Just brilliant stuff, and much better team fighting this time around. They seem to be focusing their targets a lot better. But Matt's Connoisseur coming in there looked like he was about to completely obliterate about 4 of them with that with the shield punch. That's what I call it now, shield punch. But it was just amazing. It's a great team fight from both sides. But NUIG taking that win and taking the first time a gold lead, I think, in this series. It's only 100 gold, but nonetheless, it's a lead.
They got Yasuo as well. That was really nicely done. I thought he was going to try some mad outplay there and get out.
Yeah, the ult use by Zenalot in the bot side as well was also a really, really good combo with the Lantern pull in there.
The Lantern was it was actually a really nice timing because where he was standing was just perfect angle to hit 2 with the ult.
Yeah, he did miss the Intercourse though because the flash came out there, but nonetheless it was just brilliant. And another fight in that top side, Malamars, I don't think you're able to win that one. It's too far ahead. Matt's Connoisseur putting on a show.
Does have the Gore Drinker as well, which is pretty strong on any Bruiser, but especially Set. I haven't actually seen much of Set since preseason, but I imagine it's relatively strong, and especially with some of the new Bruiser items, he must be like pretty life-stealing.
Yeah, with the Gore Drinker especially, the more people around you when you proc it, the more healing you get, etc. Just a much better Tiamat. But looking at what he's going to go into next, is he going to go towards more of like a Black Cleaver kind of style, or is he going to go for a Tiamat, a Titanic Hydra? Going to force those side lanes more, because the CS advantage he has in this top side is immense. Malamar is falling behind quite a bit in that, but he does have the Leeching Leer, so he's going towards that Rift Maker, so he's going to have more healing, more true damage. He's going to go for the Kale effect, but we do see Mundo is going towards that bot side again. I think if they keep forcing this bot side with Jhin now having that Eclipse, having that mythic item, that could be a big advantage if they can force it more. I think I'm not too sure. I'm scared of anything that needs like range to get into it when you're playing against the Yasuo, because that wind wall will negate most of your damage. And especially if you open up his Jhin with the ult, the wind wall will protect everyone. But another trade coming in on the top side.
Yeah, he is going to try and pull Matsukonasaur into him, which I don't think was necessary. It could have backfired on him there, to be honest, because if he pulled him in right and he did manage to W and even showstoppered him out there, because he did have the ulti, I'm pretty sure Madamars was just dead there.
If he pulls him too far and sets himself in front or behind Set, he's just going to ult him out into the middle of the lane and then destroy him. There's not much Madamars can do if he's out in that open. He needs the tower nearby as a source of damage because he just doesn't have it himself right now, and he will lose that tower as well if he does decide to recall. So it's a horrible lane state to be in when you're the Mordekaiser, because you're meant to be the bully, you're meant to be the horrible thing to play against, and you're just being constantly shoved in and harassed by Matsukonasaur here. But as we take stake on all the gold around, it's that was a weird Rift Herald start. It was a weird time.
Yeah, I think they thought maybe Onyx Goose was around, because I think maybe when they saw Set roaming down towards it, they probably thought Onyx Goose was sitting topside, and they kind of thought maybe he was... Because if the chance to get stolen, it's pretty rough considering they've a lot of top prio on Trinity side, because they could just instantly just push that top and probably get a tier 2.
Yeah, that could be the start of the fight. Raheel and Onyx coming down. Just clear out the last few wards there, but the vision from the Skullcrab's going to hold that one up. Xenalot going to get focused here and ulted. And he gets out with the ult.
Trying to get with the Unstoppable Force. The Ignite is going to come down there, and the last breath gone and the casket gone means that they don't want to force any more fights. Meanwhile, NUIG are all hovering around, and minus the Jhin, they might be able to try and turn something here. They stop Set's recall. No, they don't, and he does manage to get it off. The Cleaver doesn't get anything.
Yeah. That's a big team fight kind of set gone from them. Onyx Goose's ult and Raheel's ult down. Can they force this next Drake? It's 30 seconds. I don't think the ults will be up in time. I think this is their time to fight. I think this is time for Madamars just to like walk down, get towards that Drake. This is their fight to take with 2 ults down, the Ignite used. Xenalot won't have his ult either though, so it's a toss up. Is Onyx Goose's and Raheel's ults more important than Xenalot's?
Oh,
but Kronk
Hook does connect, and look at the damage that came out from Kronk from the Jhin. W is going to hit Matsukonasaur, so they're not going to get it onto the Maokai, but Maokai's on the retreat. Ulti's down for at least another 20 seconds. This might just be the fight, but NUIG need to take it right now and take it fast, because with 2 ults down, I don't think they know that they don't have them up right now. They're trying to force. Xeno's going forward here. Kaisa just trying to run. Killer Instinct forced to go over the wall to stay alive.
Another good ult.
That's 2 ults down, 3 ults down, but meanwhile Yasuo ulti is off cooldown. Onyx Goose is nearly up as well. They need to force this fight right now, otherwise I think Trinity just take this dragon.
There it is, 3-man ult.
It's 3 people, heal force from Intercourse. Meanwhile in the backline, Trinity trying to do stuff. Onyx Goose takes the kill, double kill, triple kill. There's just kills everywhere, and this turned from being a very NUIG centered start to being a Trinity slaughter. That's going to be the ace for Trinity.
Just that turnaround there from a heal was just insane. Just that little knock up, the flash E coming in from Onyx Goose connects. 3 people knocked up and just nothing they could do. Their ult was perfect from Xenalot, but he needs to hit that Yasuo. He needs to stop that Yasuo from going forward, and he just didn't connect with him. That was very unlucky, and that's a big swing back for TCD, and that could spell their snowball. That could be the advantage they need to finish off this game, because Raheel, he's got that Kraken Slayer now. He's going to go back and he's going to pick up another couple of items, and that was such a big chance for NUIG right there. They needed that Drake. They needed to force that soul point. Oh, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking stuff.
Oh, it was close. They actually, and it was the really good idea. I just think they needed to force it 10 seconds earlier.
Yeah. Xenalot had a couple of seconds there with the ult. That would have probably changed it. He needed to hit it when Raheel's ult was down, but oh, it's a big fight and a lot to be said, but it just comes out with TCD in the lead, and I think that's one of the things about this team. It doesn't matter what you do to them. They have a comp idea and they know how to execute on it. They know how to work around it. So Intercourse going for a little trade there with better than Punky, but Xenalot is down on his bot side.
And we do see Xeno bot lane right now. Flash force from the Maokai, but they do see Unstoppable Force connecting onto Intercourse. Intercourse going to go down, and Kronk is on the retreat here. Mask of Jelly trying to just go forward for the kill, but he realized the rest of his team weren't around.
Oh,
meanwhile,
no.
bit of trades back and forth top lane. Raheel is hovering behind, maybe looking for the tower dive here. And this might just be a grim moment for Madamars.
TP
But
on
we do
top.
see the TP coming through for Zeno. Doesn't have the ulti available. Does see Rahil's here now as well. And Rakok's Master is around. There's a lot of damage coming through. The Q is going to connect. He's forced to flash over the wall. That's a summoner down.
That's good rotations. There's Zenalot recalling immediately once he knew that Raheel wasn't in the lane. Goes straight towards that top side once he's spotted. Very nicely done. A good roam timing. Very nice to pick up a kill as well on the intercourse and then swap it straight back to go and defend. Very well done. NUIG are not giving up that easily.
No, it's they're not going out without a fight. Even after such a rough fight at Dragon Pit, they seem to just still have it. And I mean, the rotation's there to make sure that Raheel didn't tower dive Madame Mars to just push this even further back. Because if that tower dive went ahead and he did go down, they picked up a tier 1. They might even get a tier 2 since they brought bot side. Meanwhile, there's a death brush from the looks of things going ahead here. Doesn't get anything for it though, unfortunately. And back to the top lane, fighting. Oh my god, they're pulling camera aggro a lot here.
Yeah, this top lane is just back and forth, constant fighting, and it's good to see considering last game was such a wet noodle fight with the Ornn and the Vlad and just poke, and eventually someone had killed someone, and it'd usually be the Ornn Horn or the Vladimir ult. It was always on those level 6s, but Matt's gonna start going in to finish off his tower. Madamars knows it's done, and Raheel's on his way as well. This could be... They don't want TP to protect him this time.
Raheel's coming down for the tower dive this time. He's doing a lot of damage. Madamars maybe with the preemptive flash there, but he probably would have needed the flash in the end anyway. Xeno's here, but so is Maokai, and I don't think they see he's there. They might just try to re-engage.
No, they'll step off that one, I think.
Wave, yeah.
Raheel, too much presence. He's a scary boy. That gold hat put the fear in you. But as we do see, there's five members now from NUIG in that kind of top quadrant. If they can find a pick here... Okay, they all get spotted by that one Scrying Orb. Never mind, that one Scrying Bloom just catches all 4 of them there. So that's the end of whatever madness they were going to try plan there. But the next Drake coming up in a minute.
Yeah, next one's going to be Soul Point for NUIG if they get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm so sad about, because that last Drake fight was their Soul Point. That was it. That was their chance. I'm wondering what's going to be the next game plan for them. Because NUIG have looked good on their rotations and what they want to do. What did they go for next? Uh-oh.
Oh no, Xeno is just running away here. Raheel does connect the Q into the last breath, forcing the Stop and Force out. We do see the flash into E, really nicely done from Onyx Q's, just showing the skill disparity.
Yeah, just connecting with that one was exactly what was needed, and then the ult as well on top, and just everything Raheel done. Raheel's Q was just gorgeous to catch him, even with the sidestep, the predictions. Maskajay does manage to find a hook.
Oh, he gets the hook into the W, and Jungler is around here, but meanwhile, the Nature's Wrath going to contribute for the Maokai. Not going to hit him just yet, but meanwhile, Jungler's on the wrong side, and he does go down. Raheel picking up a kill. Has 3, nearly has the eye edge. Probably on the back he'll get a second item, and right now it looks like TCD do have the pro for Dragon here.
Kronk does manage to stop the transfer with the Lantern with the Q. Just knowing his champion, knowing exactly when it was going to be clicked. Just brilliant there from Kronk. Supports don't get enough credit. Brilliant stuff. And yeah, that's them equalising the Drakes now. Them picking up 2 Oceans. If they manage to get Soul Point, that Ocean is just going to keep them alive forever.
Jhin trying the curtain call to just try and get something, maybe in a bit of damage, but he does pick up the kill onto Kronk. Okay, that was pretty good.
They got something out of it. They got something. It still works. Yeah, it's a kill. It is that double Ocean. If they get 4 Oceans, they're going to be unkillable in the late game.
It's just a bit unlucky in the current like standing right now, because they try and get this kill. If any member of TCD rotates up right now, this might just be an ace, because Raheel's coming up, and if Raheel sees stars, they're all lined up for a Yasuo ulti to clean them, but they might just pick up the kill on Matsukana, so before that happens, he's regenerating a hell of a lot, and they pick up the Jhin. He's still alive. That took way too long to do.
I think Maskajali actually pulled Matt's Connoisseur into landing that W onto Better Than Bunky there, but they're going to start the Baron. Oh, that's a risky play. Is that the right play? I'm not sure about this one.
Raheel's here. Kai'Sa isn't though, but we do see them going in. The Nature's Wrath going to try and connect. Raheel is just hovering around in that back line. He's quite low. A lot of damage coming through. Last breath coming down here. Raheel is dead. They got the kill. They got the kill to Raheel.
They killed Yasuo. Back to the Baron, guys. Go back. Oh no, they're gonna reset.
No,
Okay.
they're not actually gonna do it. Well, I think they're just worried about the steal because Unexcused is smiting. He's up right now.
Yeah, but they do have smite themselves with Mundo. This. Oh god. Come on, NUIG, just do it.
If NUIG finish this is really gonna help them right now. This is like super important that they win this right now.
Oh, the TP's
Meanwhile,
coming in.
TP's coming in.
Matt's
Seth's
gonna
trying to go
start.
in here. Rahil's still dead for another 16. The hook does connect to the Kai'Sa though. Kai'Sa's super low. Intercourse goes down. Matt's kind of soars on his own versus the remaining members of NUIG. He's healing a lot. He's flashing forward. He's ignited, so he's not going to be healing that much. They get the kill back. Kronk is about to go down. And that is probably, if Rahil doesn't get a 1v5, going to be Baron for NUIG.
Okay. Right. Unexcused has this. I don't know why. Have the feeling. But he won't miss. He'll
Flash
get this.
Ignite is up for Rahil, by the way.
Yeah.
And the ult
He's in the
here.
pit. He's in the pit.
He's
And
going in
Rahil.
here. The last breath comes in. They put Rahil. They stop Baron. They get the kill back, but they do get the Yasuo. Rahil is super low. He goes down, and the rest go down. That's going to be the ace. They don't get Baron, though. They did steal it.
They stopped TCD from getting Baron. That's what that was all about.
Yeah.
But Unexcused did steal it. Unreal stuff.
Oh my god. That was insane.
Yeah, great
Because
stuff.
it was a one-man casket into Yasuo ulti to just put him into the pit.
Yeah, that's just unbelievable. Yeah. It's like a complete
was
reset of
so
the map.
nice.
Like it's so strange because now there is no neutral objectives up for another 2 minutes. And Kronk?
Kronk followed. Kronk followed the lantern. Spreading Monkey forced the flash out. Intercourse is up. The W is going to connect on the fourth shot. Picks up the kill. Jin has that collector. He's going to be doing bits right now. He's 7-2-6 by the way. He's slowly been gaining an advantage this game as well.
Yeah,
He can do stuff now.
Yeah, he's definitely a big like focal point for the team. But like that Kronk follow, was that like, how did he
That
get
was-
out an Intercourse die? Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah. What I'm imagining there was he saw once he saw that Kronk was there, he said, "Man, I'm not gonna go down without my support." So he immediately said, "I'm taking that killer instinct, and we're 1v5ing."
And then Kronk just walked out.
Yeah, I mean it's an item difference right now in AD carry because Baron Punky just completed his Lord Dominic's regards, and Intercourse is just currently sitting on the Runan's Hurricane Kraken Slayer. So he didn't
Yeah.
opt for lethality build, which I expected. But being an item down right now versus a Jhin, who's just such an earlier spike than him, means she just gets blown up a lot easier and a lot quicker.
I'm surprised you didn't make a wrong lever Kronk joke.
Yeah, I was going to, but I decided against that because that was the wrong lever.
That's the wrong bush, Kronk. You want to be in that
was
one.
the wrong bush. That's probably Dragon now.
That
Reviving
could
now.
be.
They're a man down.
They are,
They've
but
got Prio.
Madamars is starting to put out that damage as well. He's picked up that demonic embrace. He's got a rift maker. We saw him in the 1v1 Rahil in the Death Realm, and he was also doing a lot of damage in there to Rahil. So NUIG still have a big opportunity here, and I really hope they get it.
They have TP, by the way, on Madame Mars, so if this goes poorly, they can just force the Mordecai to TP. They will probably use tier 2 turret for it, but I think Seth's just walking straight down. The hook does connect though. Meanwhile, the box coming down to Unexcused. Unexcused didn't even have time to pop the casket. That's jungler dead, just prior to Dragon.
That's exactly what they need right now. NUIG putting in.
Matt's hitting these hooks lately. Have you? I don't like
Lately?
the last 10 minutes or so. He's hitting all the key hooks.
He's in the
did
key
some
hooks, yeah.
serious- yeah.
I've
He
always
hit the
said
key
Mask
hook on
always lands
Onyx
them.
last time.
Mask,
yeah, he did.
100%
But-
hit rate, like.
Oh, that's just such a really nice timed hook as well. Meanwhile, they're hovering around that Baron, probably just trying to push the top in, get a turret or something back, but I don't think they're going to make it in time, and the rest of NUIG might just get the recalls in and stop the tier 2 going in.
Yeah, I think if one more item comes out for the Kai'Sa, for the Yasuo, they get that third item, I think this game can be turned on its head in the favour of TCD. I know currently NUIG are behind. Even with all the kills, all the Drakes, they're still behind in gold, they're still behind in items, but they have items on the key people. So like Set is currently probably the strongest alongside Unexcused for TCD. On the other side, it's Zenalot, it's better than Punky. They're the strong ones. So I think there's a big chance here for NUIG if they just equalise that gold. If they just get another 3,000 gold, they win one team fight and they equalise it, they could win that one big team fight. They've done it before. They can do it again. They just need to win with enough people left that they can force a couple of towers, get an inhib, open up the base, and I think they can do it. I honestly believe in NUIG. I think they can. They think they
Yeah,
can
I
take
think
this
so.
game.
The comp's scaled enough now, because to be fair, right? Yasuo and the rest of their team have a pretty heavy ass engage, but if what happened earlier on, if like Mask of Jelly hits a key hook on someone, or even Xenolot right now, who's sitting on the 2 tank items, just immediately ults that Yasuo out of the fight, what are the rest of them going to do? Because they're pretty much relying on Kai'Sa, who's already behind, and Raheel, who is pretty much their only he's their primary damage right now. So if an ulti comes down, they pick up Raheel. The rest of the team just has a lot of tools to set up a Yasuo who's not alive.
Okay, it looks like it's getting ready for that fight. And the reason I'm rooting for NUIG so much is because they're the underdogs. This will be the last game we see from NUIG from this year, and they picked the Mundo jungle. So I'm hoping that they bring this to a 1-1. Realistically speaking, TCD have been the better team. They've played better League of Legends. But NUIG this game have just played their key moments, their winning moments so much better that I'm hoping they can bring this back. But this setup is long-winded.
Oh, there it is. There's the Bloodthirster on Raheel.
There's his third item. That's what he was.
Oh, the ulti hits, the Hulk comes down, Onyx Juice goes golden, TP coming in, Raheel's not there, Kai'Sa isn't there, Killer Instinct not popped, and that's one man down. That's Baron Prio. He's going to be up as Baron spawns, which realistically, if he takes 15 seconds to get there, that's already probably like half or a quarter.
Yeah, they could burst it. They could definitely get down, especially with the lethality coming in, with the burn coming in from Mordekaiser. I'm silently waiting for something to go wrong. But they're just going to go for this tower. They're going to play it nice and calm. They're going to reset the vision. They're sending back Mask of Jelly to pick up a couple of pinks, a couple more wards, reset. They have the Scryan Orb there. Kronk is clearing the wards. Definitely prepared for what's going to happen next. Raheel is on the other side of the map though. He's not even going to be there.
He doesn't have TP as well. He's Ignite,
Yeah.
so I don't know what he's thinking here. I think they're just going to concede it and hopefully Raheel gets probably an inhibitor off this.
He's going to go back though. He's not even going to go for the tier 2 tower.
Oh, he's not pushing for the tier 2. Did they not expect it?
This is their Baron. This is it.
This was so obvious.
This
Their
has to
jungler's
be.
not there. Maybe they thought Onyx Goose wasn't get there fast enough, which he didn't anyway, even when he just ran from base.
Yeah, so Gragas doesn't even make it in time. That's a free Baron, a free reset, not even a fight afterwards.
They might defend that tier 2.
I don't think they'll make it in time. I still think the minions will take it. Maybe?
I think they're...
Yeah, the minions will just... They've kind of passed over onto the red.
But either way, that was like... I think GCD really... I don't know if it was underestimated how much damage they did to Baron, or was it just the fact that they kind of just conceded after they saw Onyx Goose going down that early, but I don't know. It's just strange. I think they could have stalled long enough at least, like, or at least if Raheel and Matt's Connoisseur at least put up some fight, because he's really beefy, and if they stalled for long enough that, I don't know, Onyx Goose came in with his clutch steal, which he's already shown he did. I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, and as we see the 5-man now, this is... I think this is the point where they really need to knuckle down and choose what to do. They can either go for the soul point,
This is Soul.
or they can try force towers with Barons. They can't do both. I feel like they need
no,
to get...
they can, but the thing is, it's not even Soul Point, it's Soul. They get Soul off this. This doesn't put them on Soul Point.
Yeah, but it's also not Soul Point, or it's not Soul for the other team, it's Soul Point, so like they could use the Baron to their advantage here and get the towers instead. No? Oh, I don't know.
Both teams seem to be very intermittent in what they're doing, and it doesn't seem right now anyway, it seems not much decision making's going on. Which I can kind of understand considering people don't know what's happening, but okay, we do see the Nature's Wrath going to come true. Is going to connect on a Xeno. Quite a worrying trend here. Ulti is available, but he's not popped in. He does hit 2 people. 2 people get knocked out. Raheel's in the back. Raheel is doing bits. Raheel's coming in. Cronkmaster, he's quite low. Cronkmaster does pick up the kill eventually, and the rest of TCD are up. It's just going to be 1v3, and I don't think he has the damage. That is going to be the ace for Trinity.
Yeah, I was saying before this, I was not sure what they should do. I was thinking in between forcing towers with Baron and giving over to Drake and see if you can get an inhib with your Baron buff. But yeah, they just gave it all over. They've done everything, but that next Drake is going to be massive now.
That's if it lasts long enough, because they're not up for another 30 seconds, or 15 seconds at least. That's probably going to be a tier 2, and well, they could have pushed it for more, but they're at least getting a tier 2 off this.
Yeah, they don't have as much pushing power with just Kai'Sa and Set. I think they need Raheel for the push just to get those towers down quicker. I think he's also going for a Bork there at the end, is he?
Yeah, that's a Bork.
Blade of the Rune King, yeah.
It could be Gwyn's use, but it's probably Blade. I think there's Quincy's build.
You can't build Gwynsos with IE.
Oh yeah.
So I think it is
yeah, so
Bork.
it is gonna be. Yeah, it's Bork.
Just to, I say it's just to get through the health of Mundo and Malphite.
Would he
and
not opt to go for? Would you not opt look to go for a QSS for Mortality or something?
I don't know. I think he's maybe he trusts the rest of his team to just survive long enough for him to come out of that. Because Raheel is now level 17. He's up a level on Madamar's. He's got his lifesteal now. He should be able to beat Madamar's index. Madamar's doesn't have the Grievous Wounds. So, I don't know. I think maybe he knows what he's doing. It's Raheel. No? If anyone knows what to build on Yasuo, it's Raheel. Correct?
Yeah, I'd imagine so. I mean, he is. I think he has like a couple hundred million mastery points, but he is also he peaked Diamond 1 as well, so he's also a pretty damn good player overall.
Yeah, so we'll trust him on his Yasuo builds, but we see another 5-man stack here with just Better Than Punky clearing out those mid waves as it looks like TCD are trying to set up their own dead push. This is very Fnatic reminiscent.
Yeah, TCD are in 1, and it looks like NUIG are just hovering around. They're actually wait. They can't just get the pick on the set, and that just gives them numbers advantage. They can push this for tier 2. They know Set's there. Set's trying to run away. He does the showstopper. Do they have anti-heal or enough of it to get through? Yes, they do from the looks of things, and that's going to be a shutdown going over to Madamar's. So, meanwhile, TCD saw this, and they're pushing in the mid lane. I don't know. Do they win this fight, Seder?
I don't think they do. I don't think they have enough. Yeah, with Kronk going low, they have 3.5 members compared to the 5. No ults were used either from the side of NUIG. Raheel's in the death round.
Raheel's here and he's fighting Madamar's, and even if he just stalls for long enough, they're just going to kill the rest of the members. But Raheel's super low. He's out.
He got him.
The W connect. Better Than Punky picks up the kill. And we do see Crocsmaster going super far forward. The sadism going to keep him alive for a bit longer. Intercourse, forced to flash, doesn't have the heal, does have the killer instinct, and that's it. And Onyx Goose has no flash neither.
That's a massive fight for NUIG. That's perfect. The tank in that tower was very strange from Kronk. They could have just reset the lanes. But with Baron coming up soon, that's another couple of 1,000 gold into the pockets there. This is, compared to game 1, which was like a 24-minute slaughter, this is exactly what we wanted to see from NUIG. And maybe they've found a way to master the Yasuo, which is pick Mordekaiser and ult it.
I'm a bit shocked at how much damage he did, because I know Raheel is 566, but he's
Demonic
100
Embrace.
CS up. Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe Demonic actually, but he's what? An item up, nearly an item or 2 up on Madamar's, and Madamar's still managed to get him down to a 3rd. I know if that, like, Better Than Punky's W just collected him with the collector passive as well.
It was lovely. It was a lovely shot there from Better Than Punky as well.
Oh, it was really
Mats,
clean. Oh,
no.
Mats Connoisseur caught again. The threshold going to connect. The Flay goes down. W connects. Fox is coming out. Killer Instinct is going to be used. Xeno's here, and Xeno messed his ult up, unfortunately. Mats Connoisseur super low. Ulti from Maokai going to probably slow this fight down a bit more. Mats Connoisseur just pick up the kill. 2 kills going over. Raheel's alive, and Raheel is doing bits. Meanwhile, Mundo goes down. Only Mask of Jelly survives. That really didn't go the way NUIG expected, and that's going to be the Baron, and
maybe even the Drake.
Yeah, if they want to be really greedy, they could go straight Baron to Inhibitor, but they probably Baron reset Dragon.
I would go Baron straight Dragon. It's going to be up at nearly the same time as Mundo. He won't make it in time. They can make it straight there, especially with Raheel. Raheel should be able to smash that himself, but he's going to stay for the mid tower instead. They are going to reset. So that means everything's on this next strike. They have to contest the strike. It's Soul Point. Or Soul.
I think that all just went on the way that Xenolot's ulti unfortunately didn't catch who they needed to catch. They hit so many good ultis. Of course, one of them was, you know, eventually
bound
going to
miss,
maybe not be going to be less than ideal, but it was just
he
really
missed
unfortunate.
everyone. It was just unfortunate. And Mask of Jelly slightly out of position here. The TP coming in to protect him. The Drake being started. Oh no.
Ah, lads, it's unfortunate. Onyx Goose gets pulled into the death realm, so he can't do anything just yet. Madamar's, though, is losing the 1v1, unfortunately. Rest of the members are here. Xeno's super low. Rest of them aren't even in for the fight. That's going to be 2 kills. He got out of the death realm to take Dragon and kill someone else.
That looks like it could be the game. That's the Soul Point being handed over. They forced that fight. Zenalot and Madamar's went so far, and Better Than Punky was just at the red buff. He wasn't in range, and this could...
Can they defend? I don't know.
There's only one tower available. One went down during that madness. One was actually taken, but they're forcing in this bot tower. They have a super minion. They have the Baron minions. The cannon just will be able to take that even without their help, but they just have to stand there, walk them in.
They're up in 15, and Better Than Punky is 12-4-10. He is full build at this stage.
He has a chance, but Raheel doesn't land the
Flash
Q.
goes down for Better Than Punky, but the doping Q does connect on 3 of them into
There
the
it is.
last breath onto 3. They just got obliterated there.
Yeah, applause for NUIG. They put up a really good fight, a 40-minute game. We didn't expect that coming in after that game 1, but NUIG unlucky, I suppose. A couple of mistakes, but they can hold their heads high. They nearly defeated Raheel's Yasuo. They got very, very close. But overall, great series. Raheel, once again, showing a masterclass. But that game there, I feel like Matt's Connoisseur was massive.
To be fair, a lot of that stemmed from the early CS lead he had, because early on in both games, he was about 30 to 40 CS up at like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just checking the damage graph here. Raheel did 23,000, and then Gragas did 29,000, and then Seth did 38,000. So
yeah, he did a lot of damage that game, I have to say. Fair play to him top lane for that, because I couldn't imagine that lane was too fun into Mordekaiser.
yeah, no, 100%. Very, very well done by Matt's Connoisseur. But overall, like, Raheel draws so much pressure in those games, but I feel like it's going to be weird when my MVP is going to be Onyx Goose. I feel like both games he was a massive presence for TCD, and they needed him just to snowball those lanes, and he just done his job nearly perfectly every single time.
Yeah, I mean, Trinity were expected to play, like, to be the better team from the standings alone, but I wasn't expecting Game 2 to be that close. It was really a good one to cast, and I thought it was thoroughly just an enjoyable game.
It was, and very glad you're here with me, OBK. This has been Sader, and we will catch you next Thursday for more League of Legends action. And tomorrow we do have Rainbow Six Siege, so look forward to seeing you all there, and good night.